Welcome to another episode of What I Learned from Bobby Hemmit. I'm just going to share something. Even though I would like to not be sharing about this topic. I'm just trying to share the occult truth and try to wake people up to the highest level of consciousness, which is beyond whatever the world is feeding you, because you were higher than that. And because they have loosened up things a little bit, and they don't have you on a restricted plantation, what they've done is they've expanded the plantation. And they have like little nets that they can catch you in things, or, financial plantation, physical, rundown city plantations, corporate plantations, they got little nets, little areas that you can be in on a bigger plantation, where you think you have more space to move around, but you can get caught up in a net. You can get caught up in a net. You're gonna get caught up in a net. You're gonna trip over a net. Maybe some of us are tripping over a net, and we keep going, and everything's cool. I got money coming in. I can pay for anything I want. I trip over a net sometimes. Or I'm just outside of the net and I see other people are tripping. I'm not tripping because I got the money flowing in, and I can go here and there, and I have these different kind of friends, and everything's cool. Anyway, let me get to the point here. Let's listen. This audio is about reaching Israelite people. That's what it's about. Just listen to what this guy is saying about the Israelites.
Moment of truth.
And I'm shocked when I hear the news. I'm shocked because I don't have a TV. I don't watch the news.
You was big and bad, had the chair fall out.
Because you said I have an army behind me.
Yes. What happened to you? Where'd it go?
Says a few days later. These people are marching. They're marching. I don't know where they're marching, but the guy's going to tell you. They do have some loud voices. But I'm going to tell you what this means. See, they are ratcheting this shit up to a high level. And I'm not talking about black people. I'm talking about the beast. The beast is ratcheting this up to a high level. They probably got paid to do this. They have got to have gotten paid to do this.
Talk about ask and ye shall receive. Shannon Not So Sharp asked, where was Kyrie Irving's army at? And they showed him. Now before we begin...
Boys and girls, that's a straight script right there. Everything in the media is scripted. So, look, they presented a sarcastic question, and they also presented the sarcastic answer, the real life answer. So you had some guy on TV say, where's Irving's army? And what do? They probably paid these people to go out and march in the streets, because on their own, they're not going to do that. Just because because people don't have time and they don't care enough, and they're getting the beat down. They know the beat down would come by the police. And, they know the terrorism would come. So when you see people assemble like that, they are paid to do that. They're paid to do that. All right, there's going to be somebody that says they're not paid. Fine, they're not paid. They're just doing it. But I'm just telling you that the media or the non-power, the pretend false power that thinks they're in control of this world, they set up everything. Everything's a stage. So the sarcastic comment by that guy gave a real life answer of sarcasm. But let me tell you what this is going to mean. I'm just going to cut to the chase and say what this is a setup for. Somebody has spoken about this before. What this is going to do, what all this does is give the beast more fuel for people to hate black people and try to falsely be afraid of black people. Even though this Israelite group is marching peacefully. Some people are going to say, hey, they're disturbing the peace, and, these black people are getting all riled up. We don't know what they're going to do. What they're doing is they're creating an atmosphere to create fear in people against black people. Just because black people are showing that they have a voice, They are so-called demonstrating that they exist. They're just saying, hey, we're here, we exist. We can, we're supposed to be allowed to freely gather. Boys and girls, if you're doing anything against the government, which is the government, if you decode that word, has to do with the mind, mentality, it has to do with the mind. Gov or go is to go inside the mind. The middle part, I can't decode it right now. Earn or vern. But anyway, you're holding on to the mind. You direct the mind. That's how I would translate that. You're directing the mind. So the government's job is to direct our minds so that we are not free. You can have the illusion of freedom as long as you are in the confines of the plantation, that you follow the law and you follow the tyranny of taxes. And you follow the tyranny of, the government making roads for you, but, overtaxing you for that, perpetually taxing you. I mean, you can pay taxes once or whatever. But what it is a cycle of poverty. When you have to keep paying the taxes, you get the money back later. But why take it from you in the first place? How long does it take to pay for a road or a highway? All right, we got schools and whatever. Why do people have to pay for that anyway? I mean, really, the government prints money. All right, they print money. It doesn't cost them anything to have money. Then they always say they don't have money. All right, there's somebody saying, well, the government needs money from us to have schools, hospitals, or corporations, boys and girls. Banks are corporations. They're privately owned. Schools are institutions for mind control. Because they take 12 years to dumb you down. But back to the Israelites. They're doing something good and upstanding, and they're letting people know that we're here and we're a unit, we're together. And we have a mission to care about ourselves in the name of Yahweh or whatever. But what I'm telling you, the occult, the the real underlining strategy of the beast is to show the world that you marched on the streets or whatever, and you have a big loud voice, but it's going to be to put fear in other people about you. And saying, oh, these blacks are rising up and raising themselves up, and maybe they'll start being violent. That's the whole trick of this whole thing. It is another way to attack you out of a false fear. You, as usual, you haven't done anything, but now you're a collective. And even as an individual, because you're following this unusualness of trying to grow a beard like the beast, they can identify you and your ideology, whatever you think. But then they're going to make you a threat, even though you're not doing anything threatening. Let's listen to what this guy says, and that's the end. I had to say something about it. I'm not saying anything occultic. I'm not saying anything occultic. You can put this in the box of occultism, but I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there to talk about it.
I want to make
add
sure that
anything.
everybody's put on notice. Let's not do any spitball
I'm
fighting
just
about
saying
whether
that
or not you agree with anyone's religion or not. This is about
this
their
is a
actions,
setup.
not about anyone's beliefs.
It's a paid setup.
The Hebrew Israelites saw that someone who was aligned with them was under attack, so they showed up to support him. And he has refused to denounce them. Nor should he, by the way. Kyrie Irving should not be denouncing the Hebrew Israelites at all. And just for the record, you can say what you want about the Hebrew Israelites, but you can't deny that this is something that black people need to do a hell of a lot more often. To me, this display was a teachable moment. The Hebrew Israelites clearly wanted to make a demonstration of their discipline and their organization, and they did. The white media was beyond shook. Now, you got the white media being led by the New York Times trying to say, well, there was only about 100 of these guys. It looks like it's a little bit more than 100 to me. But of course, that's par for the course, be it the Census Bureau or the U.S.
Okay. I'm just trying to share with you the underhandedness of what this really is about. You know, black people, they might not realize what's really going on. It seems like a good thing, but the beast is going to turn this into something that is going to be another level war against you. Another level war against you. That's what the beast is going to turn this into. He's already at war with you. He's already at war with you. But he's going to turn this into a collective war against you. Like, he's just going to solidify it more. You already have different groups hating you. Different other nationalities or so-called nationalities or hybrid people or whatever. Hybrid nationality people, you know, hating you even though their root is coming from you. They have a black root. Their people in their country the original people are black. I'm not going to get all into that. All I'm saying is that this is a big setup. And if you don't know, I'm just trying to share it with you. The end.